Now, Bournemouth boss Andoni Iraola spoke exclusively to talkSPORT's Alex Crook following his side's 1-0 win over Crystal Palace. The Cherries are now 5 points off their record Premier League points tally, and Crookie started by asking him how it would feel to beat that.
Yes, I think it's a good goal. It's a good goal, and I think we have to try to finish the season strong. No, it's true that we have a strong schedule. We played 5 away games against tough opposition, but we have to show that we are more ready probably than the beginning of the season when the difficult games come, and we have to show that we've improved. Yes.
Just finally, from me, always nice to win when the owner is watching in the stands.
Yes, he has to come more times because every time he's coming, especially this season, we are winning. No, so it's good, and I'm happy because I hope he enjoyed the game. Yeah.
The Bournemouth manager Andoni Iraola. I think he's done a decent job. If you look at his first tenure when he first got the job, 2 wins in his first 10 games, people were really questioning whether he was the right man for the job. Since then, he's gone on a fantastic run. I mean, right now they're 4 wins in 5. They're unbeaten in 5, should I say? Yep. I mean, the only thing you could say is they beat Palace 1-0, they beat Everton 2-1, beat Luton 4-3, drew with Sheffield United 2-2, and beat Burnley. Like, it's not... Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not disrespecting them, but it's not like they're beating sides that they shouldn't beat. Do you know what I mean? So, but I think he's done a decent job.
I've got to totally agree. I mean, when it first happened, I mean, everyone says, we'll see in a year's time how Bournemouth are doing after sacking Gary O'Neill. Everyone found it harsh. Luckily for him as well, Bournemouth give him time because he was really struggling to get results, and he's come through now. And if you look at the table now, I mean, they're above Chelsea. They're above Chelsea, who have spent £1 billion. Yeah. It just shows that, like, the job that he's done. And sometimes it doesn't matter, does it, Bentley, about buying these superstars. They've got some real hidden gems there, at Bournemouth. Even Kluivert coming in looks like a decent player. Solanke looks like a handful as well. Yeah. Semenyo is, I like him. Yeah, he's got everything.
He collides with the ball, doesn't he?
He's one of them players, mate, where you're playing Bournemouth and you're like, you're watching the videos of the left back or right back, and you're like, oh, this guy's quick, skillful, strong, left foot, right foot. He's got everything, hasn't he? So when you look at that front three, Kluivert, Semenyo, and Solanke, do you know that they've got a decent side, and I think they'll finish the season off well. He'll get some decent signings in the summer, and it's nice to Bournemouth to start to become a team where they're not looking at relegation again. No, the next few seasons.
This season it could be about, because they're 11th now.
Yep.
What are they? I mean, they win a couple of games, they could be right up there. I mean, I don't think they'll finish in Europe, but within 5 points of Europe?
Exactly.
I don't think they'll get it, Bournemouth, because I think there's too much traffic. But even if they were to finish, say, in the top 10, that's an unbelievable season.
Unbelievable season. But as well, Gary O'Neill's had an unbelievable season, so Wolves. Maybe it's worked out what happened
for both
sides. But Bournemouth are that sort of football club that, like, they're talking about a new stadium, but will they sell the tickets because their fan base isn't as big?
Yeah, of course,
Bournemouth, of course. Would they sell out a 30,000-40,000 seat stadium? I don't think they would.
No.
With their fan base. So maybe where they are now, mid-table, I'm sure Bournemouth fans will be happy with that season after season.
Yeah,
and playing entertaining football.
100%. All right, well, we hardly touched on this earlier, but following Fulham's dramatic comeback at the weekend, they were smashed 3-1 by Nottingham Forest last night. Marco Silva spoke following the game and was asked why he decided to make a triple change after just 33 minutes.
In that moment, if I can change more, I'm going to change more players, not just the 3. It's not. I don't want to highlight that 3 players because wasn't at all their fault. Was a moment that I wanted to have some reaction.
I mean, that's ruthless. But I mean, Gabs, have you ever been subbed in the first half?
No. I don't know what I would do, to be honest, mate. I feel if a manager done that to me, I think it's going off at half time, mate. I don't think anyone's holding me back. I think I'm confronting the manager. I don't think I'll play for him again. I feel that it's muggy, isn't it, Benty?
Yeah.
It's like the only thing that helps is that it was 3 of them, not 1.
Yeah.
And like you said, anyone could have got it. But I do feel the sort of manager he is,
he
can say he's no nonsense. I don't think any of them players would have said anything at half time. Looks like a scary, no-nonsense manager, doesn't he, Marco Silva?
Well, he took off Harry Wilson, Lukic and Iwobi.
I know. It's just like, what do you do, mate?
Do you
Where do you go from there?
Do you know what's funny? Because Iwobi this season has been fantastic for Fulham. And so did Harry Wilson, to be fair. But the fact that he was that ruthless, I mean, he said he could have taken off more. But if you're one of those players that comes off, it's the worst. I mean, I've never been dragged in the first half, but I've come off at half time before, and that stings enough.
Yeah, it's half time. Yeah,
that stings. But to come off like 33 minutes, you're right. I don't know where he come back from.
And I think Iwobi went and sat on the bench. I don't think I'm even sitting on the bench.
No.
I think I'm trashing the dressing room. I'm doing everything. No one's having no Lucasades. The Red Bulls are getting smashed. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
I'm texting my agent. I want to leave. Do you know what I mean? The lot. But what wouldn't surprise me if these players start the next game?
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me because it wasn't working in this game. Weren't working out. Whatever happens, but Iwobi, like you says, has been top this season. Wilson's a good player as well. Sometimes like you're just not at it, are you?
No.
And like they were the unlucky three.
Well, you know, Fulham, I mean, they've only had 2 wins away from home this season. I mean, that's crazy. They're currently 13th. Listen, they're not going down, obviously, but how important are they for home fans then? Because they can't win a game away from home.
But I always found Craven Cottage a hard place to go.
Yeah.
I remember winning there. I think Chris Smalling was playing centre-back at that time, but tight pitch, you know, teams that want to play like balls in behind, not much space in behind for players that want to like run the channels and stuff and get in behind. Quite tight, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like, it was always a fortress. And it doesn't surprise me that it is now.
Yeah.
You know, and
difficult.
Did you like the fans, Bentley? I've just been told to say that in my ear.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.